in Las Cruces. You're watching KFOX 14 News at 5.
We begin today with weather. Crews have just wrapped up work for the day to clear water from a busy frontage road in southern New Mexico.
KFOX 14 News at 5's Adriana Candelaria joins us live near I-10 in Mesilla with a look at the damage.
Erica, Robert, we're close to Stern Frontage Road here between Las Cruces and Mesquite, where crews have just moved locations. But let me go ahead and show you how bad the flooding is here. The water reaches a little bit just above my ankles here, and this is the kinds of conditions that have caused the New Mexico Department of Transportation to close down the Stern Frontage Road. Again, this is between Las Cruces and Mesquite. Now, the crews have been working here since around 2 this afternoon. They told me that they were pushing the water any which way they could. This caused the Department of Transportation to close down Stern Road from mile marker 1 through 10. The department has also reopened now Las Alturas Road from mile marker 4 through 12.
Es un
It
río,
closed down in both directions due to the flooding and debris that the area was seeing this afternoon. At this time, the New Mexico Department of Transportation tells me there's no word on what time they're planning to reopen Stern Road. Reporting live in close to Las Cruces, Adriana Candelaria, KFOX 14 News at 5.
Thank you, Adriana. As far as what it looks like on radar, it's not as intense as it was earlier this afternoon, but boy, there is still quite a bit of rain coming down, and the skyline looks pretty gray out there. Let's take a look at what we have from video. This is the downtown area, and you can see we've got the gray skies in the background, the roads. Well, it doesn't look like Las Cruces for the most part. It's been a rainy day for most of Cruces, on and off showers here in the El Paso area. But it is cooler. You see folks wearing long sleeves out there. It's 61 degrees right now on the west side with light winds, and you can barely see the mountain in the back. Now, as far as what we have on rain, a lot of that rain is moving in still from the west to the east. Those oranges, those reds, those are indicative of much heavier rain, and it was a small break for Las Cruces, but once again, we are under the gun, and it is going to continue to be this way for the next several hours. Now, we'll start to see rain chances decreasing going into the evening. A look at what comes next for your morning commute is still ahead.
A man remains behind bars accused of murdering a man in East El Paso. Police arrested Isaac Rocha, and his bond has been set at $1 million. He was taken into custody Friday at a home on Mohawk in East El Paso. Police say he killed Miguel Alvarado. That happened last Monday at a home on Scott Simpson, also on the east side. Police found Alvarado's body inside the home.
Non-profit groups that help migrants here in El Paso are still struggling to keep up with demand. KFOX 14 News at 5's Portia Bowdish is live in the studio with more on the local organization that says it just can't help anymore. Portia.
Project Amistad is a nonprofit here in El Paso. It's been a key player in transporting migrants from shelters to the airport or bus stations. It says this is the last week it can help because it just does not have the money anymore. Since December, Project Amistad has made over 2,000 trips, transported around 2,600 migrants, and spent over $20,000 of the money they receive from donations. The organization says they can no longer afford to help, so the city is stepping in.
So we've been coordinating this for years back now, but it was on that quarterly, annually, 6-month basis. Now it just turned into a daily basis.
The city has been utilizing Sun Metro buses to help with moving migrants to the airport and bus stations. Fire Chief Mario D'Agostino says the buses made 5 trips yesterday and are expecting the same for today. Chief D'Agostino says so far the city has spent around $17,000 in total on the influx of migrants. But these numbers could rise as Project Amistad can no longer help with transportation.
We're trying to provide transportation through whatever means possible. And at the end of the day, if it means I'm going to utilize Sun Metro buses, that's what I've been doing.
And the Salvation Army says it's not sure it can stay to help past this July.
They do have some people coming in this week to reassess the situation to see if they can continue funding it. For the what if we can't, we're already making contact with other NGOs from across the state, across the region, to to see if they could step up and help provide assistance.
Those I spoke with think the city should be taking on a bigger role anyway.
I think it should absolutely help out. I believe the bus system is hardly used here. I think we're paying far more on other, things that we don't really need, such as stadiums and stuff like that.
That's the fantastic thing about taxpayer money. It's that it's not a la carte. You don't get to pick and choose what you're going to pay taxes on. Every now and then, you have to do the human thing. You have to think about somebody other than yourself.
There is good news. The city and county had each agreed to allocate $20,000 for a volunteer coordinator. A nonprofit has decided to pay for that position, so there is now $40,000 that the county and city can use for another purpose, possibly still for migrants.